Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So, Bitcoin holders, crypto holders, get ready for this crazy market. Yes, this market is crazy. Just when you think it's going to go one way, it goes another way. So, let me talk about why this is such a crazy market and why you need to be in the game. Because it's fun and because you never know what may happen next. And I'm going to show you a way to help you hold through this crazy market, and that is staking. And I have some good news about that. So let's get started. Thanks for tuning in. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. 2 streams almost every day. I would say 3 streams almost every day. So make sure you smash up that like, subscribe to the channel. I think I said that already. And hit that notification bell. And follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And check out all the latest news, article, and guides at CryptosRUs.com. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, I did say fun. You guys are making it seem like you can't have fun these days. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. All right, let's do this. So Bitcoin is back above 37. Again, it looked pretty dire, I guess. NASDAQ was falling, Facebook was falling, everything was falling, and Bitcoin fell down to about 36 something. And then all of a sudden, the market comes right back up. Bitcoin is above 37.4. Now it's seeing some green again. Are we going to see some movement up past 38 tomorrow? Well, quite possibly. This is why the market is crazy. Well, let me show you what I'm talking about. So you guys know, a lot of people have been talking about Facebook. I talked about it 3 times already, I think, today. Facebook loses the most ever in history in terms of a one-day value drop. Facebook lost, if you think you had a bad day, Facebook lost $237.6 billion, and Mark lost over $30 billion alone just by himself. Okay, so if you think you had a bad day, put yourself in Mark's shoes, and then you'll know what a bad day feels like. Okay, so this is the largest ever in history. And yeah, it brought the market down. It did bring the market down, so that's why things were looking really, really bad. And this morning when I streamed, you know, guys like Amazon was down, and Google was down, and PayPal is down, and everything's down. It seemed like, oh man, it's just going to be a horrible, horrible day and week. Well, guess what? Everything is up in the green today. You know why? Because, or tomorrow, I should say. This is the futures for tomorrow. Well, Amazon reported. I told you guys about Amazon. Well, they just soared. Basically, they made a whole lot of money, but mostly from the Rivian stake that a lot of people don't know, but Amazon is a big investor in Rivian. So they made a whole bunch of money with that, but Amazon also, besides their warehouses, they made a ton of money with AWS, which is their cloud division. And Amazon and Microsoft is battling that out. But you could see Amazon is up 14% in the aftermarket. See, look at during the day, it was down 8%. There was no reason for it to be down 8% in a day. I even questioned, why is someone like Amazon, who's been struggling as of late, why are they being sold off, right? I guess people anticipated that warehouse was going to suffer because of, labor force issues and stuff like that. Well, now they're up 14%. What's nuttier is, what's even crazier is Snapchat, you would figure would be down, right? But Snapchat came out with their quarterly earnings, and they're up 60% in the aftermarket. This is why it's a crazy market, right? We had some crazy times with crypto over the last few years. But, and we've seen some pumps, right? 30, 40, 50, 60, 70% pumps. But for this to happen in the equities market, it's just wild right now. It's wild. But here's the thing. This is why this is awesome to be in Bitcoin and crypto right now. The only reason why this happened is because Snapchat, along with all the other tech stocks, have been decimated and been sold off for so long, right? You look at where Snapchat was back in October, they were about $75. They fell down all the way to about $28 That's more than 50% off. That's like 60, 70% off. That's why they're rallying up now, because of how oversold. And they finally had some good news. They made some money for the first time in history. And then now investors are flocking in. And why this is good news is because you know what else is oversold? Bitcoin. Bitcoin and the crypto market is very, very, very oversold, right? So just like Snapchat, just like Amazon, just like Apple and all these other guys that really struggled for the last 2 months, you're seeing money flow back in as these reactionary traders, they're coming back in. So it's just a matter of time before the money flows back into Bitcoin and we could see a 60% rise in Bitcoin just like Snapchat. Probably not within a day, but we could certainly see it in a week or two, right? Over extended run. But it does show you that there is definitely a lot of money on the side right now waiting to enter back in. These guys are very reactionary right now. They have money by the billions sitting on the sidelines waiting to come back in. And like I've been arguing, Bitcoin is not a tech stock. And sooner or later, they will realize it and the money will flow back in, right? This is a crazy market, a crazy environment. But this is why we need to be patient. We don't need to follow the herd. We don't need to panic like everyone else. We're already in the right space. And we just need to stick it through, right? And have some fun while we're at it and just watch everyone else go crazy right now. That's really it, right? There's a lot of people that are trying to outsmart the market. I've been talking about some others that have been flip-flopping because they think, you know, this is the right move for them and they think they can outsmart the market, and for some of them just hasn't worked out very well. But for the rest of us that are investors, not traders, what we're doing is holding, we're DCAing, we're staying in the game, we're being patient, we're having that conviction and faith, right? To stick it through what we're going through right now, because ultimately that's how you make that wealth, you gain that financial freedom and attain life-changing wealth, like I like to reemphasize. That's why we need to stay in the game. All right. So it's a crazy market, guys. It's a crazy market, but we're in the right market. So keep holding. Keep holding. Now, there is something else I want to talk about tonight. All right. A couple things. I did see this article. Nintendo is getting involved with NFTs. That's no surprise. That's not actually a big thing I want to talk about. But take a look at this right here. Bored Ape Creator talks with A16Z, potentially $5 billion valuation. But I mean, NFTs are just really hot. Okay, NFTs are really hot. But that's not what I really want to talk about. What I want to talk about is staking. We got some good news from the IRS. I've mentioned this already. So this couple that earned staking rewards. Not only that, they actually created tokens, but they never sold. So basically, essentially, it's like earning tokens or rewards. And the IRS said, okay, since you didn't sell them, then you know what? We're going to refund you. We're not going to charge you capital gains tax, which makes sense, right? If you don't sell, you didn't make anything. So that's actually pretty good news. And this might be a big thing going forward for people that are staking and mining. If you're getting rewarded, but you're not selling that, then you may not have to worry about capital gains tax. It's the very first case, so it's not set in stone. But based on this very first case, it does seem like that if you get rewarded by staking or mining, you don't have to pay capital gains tax. I'm sure there's others that's going to be challenging the IRS this year and next year, right? Maybe we're going to get some clarity, but this is very promising. Regardless, though, if you have to pay capital gains tax or not, one of the best ways to hold right now is to utilize DeFi and get free rewards, basically. If you have crypto There is no reason why you should not be utilizing DeFi right now and gaining some sweet rewards from it. Okay? Absolutely zero reason, because there are so many ways to do it, even in a very, very safe environment where you're minimizing risk almost down to zero, right? And you're just making rewards every day, and it's compounding and compounding and compounding. And it's the best way to get through something like this crazy market and maybe a volatile market, right? You have to utilize staking. So let me cover some more ways. I mean, I've been talking about this a lot with you guys, right? I'm just going to cover more ways. So one of the safest ways to do it is through a hardware wallet. Now, I like Ledger, and Ledger does allow you to stake directly from your Ledger device. Not every coin, but they have a lot. For example, Tezos, Tron, Cosmos, Algorand, Polkadot. By utilizing your Ledger wallet and Ledger Live, you can stake and still be in control of your crypto. So this is what I'm talking about in terms of minimizing risk almost down to zero, right? You're still in control, but you're earning those staking rewards because you're helping power the network. That's really all it is. So for Algorand, you can make about 5 to 6%. Okay, not bad. Polkadot is about 10%, even better. Cosmos is about 8 to 10%. That's pretty good. And Tezos is about 6%, right? So like I said, this is just free money, basically, especially if you don't have to pay capital gains tax. This is just like free money being given to you simply by holding and staking. So there's really no reason why at all that you should not be taking advantage. This is straight from a hard wallet, right? Now, if it's not a hardware wallet, there are also a lot of browser-based wallets that you can stake. Like, for example, if you are holding on Cardano, right, you could download the Delis wallet or the Uri wallet, and you can stake and gain up to 5% per year. A lot of Cardano fans out there, you're holding over 70% of ADA is staked. Why would you not contribute to that, right? If you're going to be holding ADA, you might as well stake at 5%. If you're a Solana fan, download Phantom and you can stake through Phantom and get 6 to 8%. I think it's more like 8% these days. There you go. You got a ton of Solana. Why would you not do it, right? You have a ton of Terra. You have a ton of UST. Download a Terra Station wallet and you could do it directly in the wallet as well. These are all native wallets from these projects. Okay, they're all validated wallets for these projects, and Polygon has their own. And you could also stake within Polygon, right? And you could gain a lot of rewards from it. In fact, there's this one site that's called stakingrewards.com that lists actually all of the projects. You know, for example, Solana is about 6%, Cardano is about 5%. If you lock your Ethereum and Ethereum 2.0, you're getting about 5%. So there is a reason why you want to do that. And it helps you not panic sell because you can't even withdraw if you wanted to. Avalanche, you're getting about 9.26. Terra is about 8%. Polkadot could be as high as 14% right now. Binance Smart Chain is about 9%. Cosmos as high as 13.4%. Near Protocol around 12%. And the list Phantom is 5. Tezos is about 6. Algorand is about 9. Elrond is about 14. Right? PancakeSwap close to 50. That's crazy. Crypto.com about 15. I mean, it's the rewards are out there just for the taking. It's like I said, it's like free money. It's like free money at this point. And if you're holding on crypto, there's zero reason why you don't want to take advantage. And most of this, like I said, is directly from the project. You're not even utilizing another project to get the rewards. You're utilizing the wallets that they have created for you to utilize to help power the network and get rewarded for it. Okay? But obviously, there are other centralized services that allow you to do so as well. For some of you guys, you use KuCoin, right? KuCoin is an awesome exchange. They have a ton of tokens and they have everything, including staking. And you can stake directly in here if you didn't want to utilize some of the other services, although some of the APR, the interest rate, is not the highest. For example, you can't stake ADA through KuCoin. You can stake Matic You can stake Anchor. There are some that's a little bit higher. There's Kusama, Dot, Zilliqa, Luna. You get the point. There's also savings plan too. This is a little bit different, but there's also ones for other projects and, for example, USDT, right? So if you're already using KuCoin, you have coins in your wallet, you go ahead and utilize their savings and staking plan, right? Same thing. If you're utilizing something like Gemini, which is a beginner's exchange, they have their earn program where you could see almost every single token that they offer, there is a earn or rewards for basically by staking in. And some of these aren't bad. Like Terra's at 4.52%. If you're looking at like Curve, 5.25%. If you're looking at something like Bitcoin, is quite low, like 1%. Ether is 1.26%. So those are kind of low. But there are a few in here that's decent, let's say. Okay, and that's straight from Gemini. And you just hit the earn button, and then that's it. It stakes. With Gemini, it's a little bit different because it takes about 7 days to unstake, but that's not uncommon. Okay, so that's another one. Of course, there's other services. For example, BlockFi. BlockFi also has pretty competitive rewards with Bitcoin, about 4.5%, Ethereum, and then you have Chainlink. You have a whole bunch of stable coins, right? So you could utilize someone like BlockFi. You could utilize someone like Vauld, which also has a ton of rewards. For example, almost 13% on stable coins. They have a promotion going on with Matic around 13%, and Ethereum is about 6.7%, which is pretty darn high for Ethereum, and many others. So these are more like centralized services, but they make it really easy, and all you're basically doing is depositing in, and that's it. However, if you wanted to utilize decentralized projects or decentralized DeFi, well, I mean, DeFi is decentralized, but if you want to use DeFi instead of CeFi, well, there's many ways to do it. Like I said, you could do it directly through Ledger, and I'm sure you could do that for the Treasure. The Exodus wallet also allows you to do it, right? And you could download a lot of these native wallets and stake directly inside, right? So I highly suggest everyone, while we are going through this wonky period with what Wall Street is doing, what traders are doing, what Powell may be doing, and what crypto is doing right now, right? We should all find ways to help us stay in the game, and staking is definitely the best way to do it. All right? That's pretty much it. That's all I want to talk about tonight. It is definitely a crazy market right now, and seeing what some of these companies are doing, especially seeing Snapchat go up 60% in after hours. I can't wait to see what happens when the traders realize that selling off Bitcoin was a big, big mistake, and we see that giant rebound when all the money flows back in. I can't wait to see that happen, and that could be right around the corner. All right, let's do some Q&A. All right, I guess I was in mute. I was reading one of the comments that says, two of my wife's boyfriends bought ADA. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing. All right. Can I stick a Cardano? I don't know what that means exactly. Empire token is a great NFT market. I have no idea. Never heard of Empire. How about Celsius Worth? Celsius is also good. Celsius does have a lot. MCHL says, you're talking too confidently about the market, man. TA is showing a dip to 30K. TA, I'm telling you, is 50-50, okay? TA tells you a lot of things. Sometimes they're accurate, sometimes they're not. And we could very well fall to 30K. You could argue maybe we even fall a little bit below that, back to 28K like before, right? Or we don't, and we continue forward. I'm staking my ADA on balance, on Binance, not balance, 7.75. Look at Binance. The thing is, a lot of people in the US can't get on Binance. That's the thing, right? I don't talk a lot about Binance these days because I simply can't use it. And even if you try to use like a VPN and try to get on it, they require to do KYC. So for people that are outside the US, I think Binance is a great exchange to look at. But something like KuCoin is also a great alternative that is still open to US residents. And you have others like Gate.io. I think that's pretty good. I mean, all these exchanges and all these guides are in CryptosRUs.com. So if you're confused on how to utilize them, what they're all about, they're all on CryptosRUs.com, and just check it out. Gary, I have no idea. VVS, I don't like VVS, so that's why I don't talk about it. Chronos Chain from Crypto.com has several, I would say, questionable DeFi projects. So I'm not sure about VVS. Anton says, Jesus, lose 50% in value on downtrend and gain 9%, right? You know why? Because if you don't sell, you haven't lost. It's unrealized loss, which can be gained back by holding, which time and time again has shown to be the best way to come back. And if you're gaining that 9%, 10%, that helps you get back to even faster. And plus, if you do get back in the green, well, everything that you gained from staking is a bonus. If you're holding, why would you not continue to hold? Antar, you're trying to say, oh, you should just panic sell now after taking a 50% loss? That would be ill-advised and actually just quite stupid. So that is the reason why. I don't know anything about Gary. I don't know anything about Gary. Adam is good. Yes. I started Terra. Do I get gains from Terra if it goes up? You have to stake it. Just because you bought Terra doesn't mean you automatically get it. You have to get their wallet and stake. Ada is a sleeping monster. Okay. Okay. Half the comments rip on Ada. Half the comments say go Ada. It's always funny. Can you delay getting the guts of your live stream by the time you get a notification? Here's the thing. My streams have been very consistent in terms of time every single day. So if you haven't memorized the time, I don't know what to tell you, right? That's why you follow me on Twitter. I always post on Twitter. I post on Facebook. And of course, there's notifications. But I know YouTube notifications is iffy, but there's many ways to get notified. Who do you recommend staking with for 6 to 12 month period, and what coin and project? Well, that's a loaded question. It depends on what you have already. If what you're asking is trying to get in right now, and which ones would you get in and stake? That's a hard question. I've been talking about a lot of the L1s, right? Check out some of my previous videos where I kind of go through a list, talk about specific ones. So check them out. But I do like the L1s a lot, and of course, Bitcoin. What's your thoughts on Cosmos? I like Cosmos. Airdrops, of course, why not? If you could get free airdrops, why not? Let's see, what else is there? Mirror Protocols for Terra, but it's for creation of synthetic tokens, and I'm not a fan of synthetic tokens. Do you use native mainnet for ETH blockchain for Link and Matic? Well, it depends on use. What do you mean use? I use a lot for Matic on the Polygon network to save on fees. So I don't know if that's what you mean. Any swap or Rubik. Rubik is pretty good as an all-round swap play because they're cross-chain, and you could use a lot of basically you could swap between a lot of chains. So I like Rubik. Harmonics, never heard of it. Never heard of it. I'm sorry. Is Trust Wallet reliable? Yes, I use Trust Wallet. I do like them a lot. Matic or Phantom, better ups. They're both good. They're both good. The upside, I think, is pretty close. And they're both fantastic. Morning, George. Danny from UK talking about staking NFT enthusiasts. Dan, please look at Looks Rare, my pal. Hello. Man, when I was I muted this whole time? I've been talking this whole time. Wow. Well, that kind of ruined Q&A. I don't know what happened there, but I was saying, yeah, I was answering a lot of these questions about. I was going through these super chats. Unfortunately, it seems like I was muted. But I'll wrap up. BitTorrent and Tron, know nothing about them. They need better leadership at this point. No one knows what's going on with them. In terms of Danny asking about this project that got over 4,000 tokens, that sounds very suspicious. So I don't really know what's going on there. So yeah, there's a that sounds suspicious. And some people asked about, Matic and Phantom. I saw a super chat with that. I think the potential for both is pretty close. They're both great projects. L1s are great, okay? They're the foundation for future dApps and foundation of current dApps. So you can't go wrong with them. I mean, L1s are really where it's at. Now, NFT projects, still growing, but gaming, I think that could be big in 2022, right? But there's a lot of stuff. Do you think we're going up already? Well, I think it was very encouraging today that, yes, even though Bitcoin dipped to 36, NASDAQ, Facebook, everything was selling off like crazy, and Bitcoin didn't really move beyond it. That was very encouraging, right? And I said that this morning, too, about how it looks like maybe the Wall Street selling of Bitcoin is over because Bitcoin didn't dip more, because this morning was horrible. Absolutely horrible with Facebook leading the charge of dropping the entire market, right? But now, of course, we're getting better earnings. Amazon reported spectacular earnings. You see someone like Snapchat going up like crazy, right? It's very promising. It's very promising. And you know what? I like it. I like it. Why does Blizzard getting Blizzard and other can't talk. Why does Blizzard and other metaverse news have anything to do with crypto? I keep hearing about both as they are together. Well, think about projects like Decentraland. Think about projects and gaming platforms like Gala, right? They all have to do with each other. Gala is a good example. Gala has a lot of play-to-earn games that are focused on NFTs, but they themselves are a gaming platform, right? And Blizzard and Activision, they are already, they have hundreds of millions of users. And Microsoft getting involved with the metaverse means that they'll incorporate digital wallets, NFTs, and possibly do acquisitions of other projects or partner up with other projects and maybe come out with their own NFT marketplace, which may be residing on Polygon or Phantom or whatever, right? they're all connected. Maybe not yet, but that's why you have to put two and two together. You have to be ahead of everyone else, right? You got to connect the dots. You don't want to get into it afterwards. Think about it. Microsoft announces, okay, we're going to create a Activision NFT marketplace. No, a better example, Blizzard, right? Like Diablo 2, for example. You have all these items that you store in your chest, right? And you can buy things. What if they came out with like Diablo 4, right? Where every item is an NFT. And you can publicly trade that within a global NFT marketplace, right? That could be on, I don't know, Polygon, right? That's the future. That's why it's important. So you want to be ahead of the game, right? I guess that's my overall point. Have you seen the first blockchain fast food restaurant powered by Sheeb? It's called Wiley, and they're in Italy. I saw it. It makes I don't know why people are excited about it. No one's going to be spending any Sheeb or Doge at any restaurant. All right? No one's going to do that. That's just silly. Everyone's buying it to make money from it. So they're not going to be spending it at this point. So it's great if there's some restaurant or something that says they're going to take it, but no one's going to be spending at it. DZO, I appreciate that. ITrustRUs. Can you utilize Celsius? I don't know what you mean by that. If you want to transfer in your crypto from Celsius, yeah, you could do so. But with iTrust, it's really about your traditional Roth IRA or IRA or 401k and transferring that into iTrust so that you can utilize that to trade crypto, right? And then you don't have to worry about taxes, and the fees are very, very minimal, and they're adding more coins every day. They're kind of like a non-traditional exchange, but that's what they are. So I don't know, Oscar, what you're asking. Yeah. I don't know what the Midas investment platform is. Never heard of them. I was only out for a minute. Okay, that's good, because I thought I was out the whole Q&A. That would have been bad. I'm being audited by IRS. I'm sorry to hear that. All right, guys, I'll let you go. Overall, Bitcoin is moving in the right direction once again. But of course, we've seen this story. I mean, we've seen this. We heard this story. Like before, it pumped up and came back down, right? Bitcoin is still in this crazy market that's ongoing. But the crazy market is looking more predictable and less impactful on Bitcoin these days. It does seem like, even though there's that correlation, it does seem like it's loosening. And it could be because Wall Street is close of selling off Bitcoin completely. But seeing how volatile the market is both ways, we could definitely see the money coming back into Bitcoin and crypto in the same manner. So I'm waiting for that. All right, guys, smash the like, subscribe to the channel, utilize DeFi, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to stream market opens. I'm going to do it a little bit early. So that's 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, but I'm probably going to stream probably like 8:15-ish, and then probably stream for a half hour or so. And just to see what's happening in the morning and early markets. Okay. Have I seen Immutable X and gaming GME partnership? Yes, I mentioned that this morning. Good for Immutable X. Overall, I don't think it's that big of a deal, but people are making it into a big deal. But anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Have a good night. Bye-bye.